What's going on, guys? My name is Matt with Carolina Coops, and today we are somewhere way up in the northern western part of North Carolina. We finally just finished up this beautiful, what we call the Gothic Coop, with the 12-12 pitch of the roof and our custom-made cupola all the way up there with the very pointed windows. It's supposed to give it kind of a Gothic look. But other than that, you're basically looking at our standard Craftsman Coop. And what I want to do is just do a quick walk around, show you kind of some of the things that make this coop very unique. And most likely, we're probably gonna have to come back and do another walk around because I'm gonna show you some things that the customer is gonna have done after we leave here today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, like I said, 12-12 pitch. The roof is in a straight ridge line. It's split, kind of gives it a nice, unique look. That's Galvalume roof. That's one of the best roofs if you're worried about TSR, total solar reflectance. But I promise you, any metal roof will do just fine because it's metal. It's all about reflecting the heat back up into the atmosphere. If you're building a coop, I promise you, number one thing, got to have it as big as possible. Number two, have lots of ventilation. Keep everything as cool as possible. Chickens hate the heat. They do well in the cold temperature, not the heat. So again, the metal roof does such a good job. You take a look, I mean, right now, it's probably a little afternoon, and you can see the whole run is shady, which is perfect because right now when it's really, really hot, if you don't let your chickens free range, well, now's the time to not have to worry about it. So we got a 10x10 shed henhouse combo. So we got a 10x30 for the footprint of the run and a 10x10 solid structure. And right here is your just regular old egg hutch, something we're very, very proud of because it's just one of the best places of being rewarded when you have backyard chickens is you get to come up here, get the eggs. This is where you put your nesting material. And I was actually talking to the homeowners. She was asking me, she goes, Matt, what is the best way to introduce younger hens to an existing flock? Of course, I went right into what I tell you guys all the time. Use a broody hen. And what's nice is you let the broody hen stay in here, remove the divider, turn it into a little nursery, and the mama hen will do everything for you. So just an idea right there. Also want to mention, we are definitely well into switching everything to ACRE. It has been a material that I've been playing with and experimenting for the past 5 years with duck houses. Decided to switch it over to all of our chicken coops. And here you would normally see the high density polyethylene, but I tell you what, especially in the egg hutch, I love the ACRE that much more because it's not as slippery and the material does not expand and contract as much. Again, windows. You want to have tons of ventilation. They all work with our stainless steel dowels. And the other thing too is notice the siding, one of my favorite types of siding. This is true board and batten. Did not go board and batten style on this particular coop. This is actually true board and batten, and I'll show you what that means when we get on the inside. I mentioned the 10x30 foot run, you know, Dutch door, super nice when you want to just say you can't let your chickens free range. You just throw your table scraps in there. You don't have to worry about the chickens getting out. It just makes it super easy. Let's say, you know, the kids love coming to the Dutch door. You don't want them walking in the run for whatever reason. You open that top half and they just absolutely love it. All right, so that's the Dutch door. And I figure while we're over here, let's just go ahead and hop inside the run. I say it all the time, big coops and they're beautiful and perfectly functional, but you really can't appreciate it until you really come inside this run and just see the size of everything. And because this is a 12-12 pitch, it goes really tall up to the peak. You can see we got to make the gussets a lot bigger. And, oh, well, here's an example of the true board and batten. Even the gable's true board and batten, so we have all the boards, and we have to leave that gap for expansion and traction. That's what the batten covers on the outside. We got the sandwich walls, 1/2-inch hardware cloth, nice and big. And then we come over here. This is one of those situations that you have the henhouse doors. Normally, these would be our back henhouse doors. This is what's going to give us access to the henhouse, or one of them. So let's just say we're going to close these doors and stow away our stainless steel dowels and then open this up. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Again, these doors are awesome because we offer so much ventilation. You got to have as much ventilation as possible. And so we're going to open this up. Beautiful rope wrap roost bars. So here's what's going to happen in this situation. When it comes to the deep litter system, again, if you don't know, you haven't been watching our videos, hopefully you'll start now. All of our hen houses incorporate the deep litter system. What that means is you can go over a year without having to clean out your hen house. But let's say in this situation, okay, it's full and we're ready to clean it out. One of the reasons why I actually love putting the hen house doors on the inside of the run is in this situation, this customer doesn't have to wheelbarrow it away to the compost or whatever. I suppose they still could if they wanted to. What the chickens are gonna love, and we talk about this all the time, what do I put inside my run? All you gotta do is make soil, mimic the forest floor. You take all this compost, all this industrial hemp, all the chicken droppings, and just throw it out here. The chickens will then continue to turn it, till it, scratch at it, and take it to the next stage of compost and all break down and just make the perfect soil for the run area. Now we come over here, we got our standard ladder, which the chickens do perfectly fine on. I know there's this huge debate, ladder or ramps. We offer both. The chickens, I think this looks cool, but the chickens learn that with no problem. Over here, we have the feeder ports to the feeder that's on the inside. The feeder ports hold back all that feed on the inside and reduce drag back. And when they reduce drag back, it reduces the potential of having pests, you know, and that's what it all comes down to when it comes to pests is prevention. Here we have our water bar. There's the pump that they'll put their plug into that'll hook into the thermostatic switch. And then this whole system, they can run it properly so that it doesn't freeze. But notice on the other side, believe it or not, there is a rain barrel over there. And we have now what's called our rain barrel enclosure. And the whole reason for that is to hide the ugly looking rain barrel. Inside we have a rain barrel. Now, we normally would install our gutter kit, but I love that the customer is not having us do it on this one because they're going to have a actual gutter company come in, roll a seamless gutter, completed for this entire coop, and then run the downspout right here. And you can see where Ethan cut it out. It looks like a 2x3 downspout. It's going to go right into there through the roof and feed the rain barrel. And let's see if I can get it right. So I think it's going to be this easy. Is I just got to lift this off. I'm going to set this down right there and open this up right here. And look at that. That is just incredible. Now, within 2 seconds, I have full access to the rain barrel. I have access to the hose bib. I can disconnect the hoses. I can pull this out. They have the de-icer already ready to go inside the rain barrel. So all they got to do, they'll just run a dedicated circuit over to here so they can just, actually, they can just hide the outlet right in there. Make it nice and easy. So that's all this is. It still is on the base. You know, the other thing too is this will help keep the water cooler. I do love that this is on kind of the northwest side, so it won't get too hot. It's not facing south, which is really, really nice. But it's just another advantage to having a rain barrel enclosure. Check this out. This is something new. So our CNC designer, well, Evan designed this window, and Eric, who does all our CNC programs, this is polycarbonate, but this is that new ACRE material. And what he did is he figured out how to cut it out on the CNC to get this exact profile, get this beautiful Gothic look, completely functional, but it's all out of ACRE, which makes it lightweight and very, very functional. Here's a door that we made, and I think this door helps with the overall kind of Gothic look we're going for. Just absolutely beautiful, very big, all framed out, true board and bat, and then trimmed out. Very, very nice. Now, I want to point something out before I go in there. One, this is driving me nuts that we got all the footprints all over the what's going to be the subfloor, but that's okay because the customer is going to come in and tile this. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about getting one of these coops from us, when you talk to my design team, please let them know if you're going to tile, because we have to compensate for many things like the threshold. And notice how big the gaps are above the drawers underneath the hen house. That's intentional because that's going to come up by the time they're done, probably another 3/4 inches. So that's going to leave us about a 1/4 inch gap that those drawers will be sitting on. It'll leave a 1/4 inch gap once it's all said and done when those drawers are rolling on the tile. And then the other thing is the customer is going to put in a couple chandeliers. So we definitely have to come back and get pictures or videos of that. Let's take a walk inside. It's really cool walking into the run. It's even cooler walking into this shed / hen house. And that reminds me, I don't know if I ever told you guys a story about how the Craftsman Coop was originally born, but long story short, years ago, I had a customer come to me and she said, Matt, I love your coops, but I want the hen house all the way down to the ground so I can walk into it. And I said, no, you don't want to do that. Why do you want to walk into the chicken droppings, into the deep litter, da-da-da? She goes, you don't understand. I really need to be in with my chickens. It's part of my therapy. And I said, oh, I get it. So we ended up coming up with this idea that here we have the hen house, but we're still walking in, but we're not actually walking into the hen house area. And you just get that feel. You're in with your chickens, say goodbye to that outside world, and just open up the doors. It just, oh God, I love it. So here is the other side. We were on the other side in the run. You can see the hen house doors there. Now we're on the inside hen house doors of the shed. Matt said, if I start to see some flies or I start to smell ammonia from the chicken droppings, it's time to add hemp. Look how easy this is. We have these big, beautiful drawers. They pull out just like that. And you can store all your hemp here, whatever you want to do. Just have lots of storage. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to show you guys, let's get a shot up here. We actually have vent holes that allow any warm air that does accumulate inside this hen house area. It can continue to breathe out through the vent holes that are not only covered with hardware cloth, they're also covered with insect screen, which I think is way overkill, but apparently that's what we do now. And last but not least, because again, we want to make chicken keeping super easy. Check out, so here's I forget what Evan calls it, but basically we've done a lot of feeder hoppers. We've done a lot of cabinets. So we got storage up here, all right, for whatever, okay? Tons of storage up there. And we got book casing down here if you need to put your books, maybe some, I don't know, chicken statues. I don't care, whatever you want to do. I remember actually one of our customers had a beautiful chicken painting right here. But when it comes to making sure your chickens have a constant supply of feed, you can literally come over here, pull out a drawer, all right? Just pull out a drawer, grab your chicken feed, bring it over here, okay? Pull that string. You never get it right the first time, but you pull that string and it kind of undoes itself, and then you just literally pick it up and set it. It's already open. You just dump it. I think we did a time trial. It was like 0.3 seconds or 1.3 seconds not too long ago. But the point is, it just is that easy. All right, guys, if you have any questions or comments, you know the drill. Leave them down below. If you're not already subscribing, please subscribe. If you are not already following us on Instagram, please go over there and follow us. We're back on TikTok. No matter what, just please let us know what you think. And if you ever need to talk to one of us and you're interested in one of these coops or have any questions about buying a coop, you can always give us a call. Maybe we'll bring up the number right here. It's been a while, 919-794-3989. I always have someone ready to answer your calls. We'll see you next time. Later.